Okay, I'm going to speak to you about Paris and Paris ecosystem for startups. I can give a good overview because I've seen also Vienna, Munich, Berlin, and doing business there, so I can see what are the differences with France. I'd say that France has quite mature ecosystem in comparison to other cities. It's a big city, so of course you have more people, you have more startups, you have more investors, but Paris is still a quite expensive place where to stay and bootstrap for startups at the very beginning, in comparison to Berlin, for instance, or Vienna. Yeah, like what I could say is that doing business in France is quite bureaucratic. So the entrepreneurial spirit is not fostered at the very beginning in comparison to the US or even UK in this case. But it's coming up because we have a new young minister for Fleur Pellerin, who's really pushing it and really making startups being more a topic and helping startups a lot more, even with government setups to encourage crowdfunding, for instance, and make it more interesting. There are also some tax reliefs for business angels in France. So I'd say it's more generally entrepreneurship in general is more fostered, but for IT and tech it still needs a bit of more time to get there, yeah, because the knowledge is still missing. There are a lot of business angel groups also for startups. Like in this case, it needs a lot of education. It takes time also to get there. It's not like as fast as what people are used to in the States. Subsidies, there are some, but it's not much in comparison to Germany and Austria, from what I've seen. You still have a lot to do by yourself. As an entrepreneur, you don't get that much help. I'd say the areas where the startups are developing right now, France loves food, so there are a lot of food startups, quite interesting things going on right now. They are also really good engineers. Oh, more people coming up. Hey.
Goed in het. Rejoinings it.
Yeah, good engineers, also very good schools, like data is a topic, e-government, like there is more and more into open data, which is moving also. And the current startups that have been said to be quite big and innovative right now, and we don't know if they are startups anymore, but Deezer, for instance, or there is also crowdfund, let's say startup collecting funds like Litchi, which is also doing quite well. BlaBlaCar, for instance, going all over Europe with car sharing, and so these are mainly the bigger startups people speak about. The question is that are they still looking for?
Does France have any advantage for people to start up over there?
For startups, let's say the ecosystem is there. That's what I was saying. And you have more startups, more knowledge, and people being able to support you at the very beginning. That is there in this case. I mean, you have, for instance, Numa, which is a co-working space, which is an organization also to promote entrepreneurship and high tech in France. You have a couple of other co-working spaces. You have some accelerators, a bit booming everywhere. So I mean, that's the family also, for instance, which is also not really also one of those organizations. So that's pretty much help in the term of ecosystem and sharing and getting the knowledge there. That's more about it. Yeah.
Do you,
And
what's the main startup coming out from France right now?
that's what I was saying right now. BlaBlaCar, and Criteo was also Criteo. CRITEO was also named more last year. Now it's quite big already. So let's see. These are the main names, and I said Litchi or basically that's what
Okay.